Sex and free sexuality, for many, define Weimar Berlin, the world of cabarets, nightclubs, and liberal prostitution. But this is the capital of Frederick the Great, of Kaiser Wilhelm, first and second. How did this happen? The answer is in the Great War. It changed everything. Many men didn't come back. Those that did were often changed physically or mentally. And the women that they came back to or left behind didn't want to be without sex, but there weren't many men to choose from in comparison. The men who did come back found that they'd got used to being able to go to a regimental brothel or the local French or Belgian whorehouse, and they had a different attitude than their fathers had had. And so this transformed or started to transform things even from 1918 onwards. Then the world they came back to had changed dramatically. The naval blockade meant that there was very little around, very little food, very little of anything. And to get it, what did you have to trade? If you were a woman, probably just your body. And that meant that prostitution became rife. Fast forward to 1923 and hyperinflation, and that supercharged everything. Morality got dropped in favor of survival. When money ceases to mean anything and barter is the only way of feeding yourself and your family, you do what you have to do. And during that 1923 period, some estimates are that up to a third of women were involved in the sex trade. Very few of them in comparison in the controlled, structured prostitution that was run by the German state and overseen by the police, what were known as control girls or K girls, who were regulated into three classifications depending on how attractive they were. Most of them were amateurs, what were known as demicasters or half silks, who topped up their income or their money by turning a trick here or there. But the fact remains, sex became liberalized. It became free. It was driven down into every aspect of society. The middle classes now would often go out to a brothel. You might take your wife. You might leave your wife at a table and go in the back with a prostitute. These are all things that, to us, to most of us at least, seem bizarre. But in Berlin of the 1920s, this was normalized. Sexuality became purely transactional in many cases. And this is a characteristic that absolutely defines Berlin of the period, that free sexuality. It was a place that people came from all over the world to see, to experience, and frankly, to sleep with. It's part of what defines Weimar Berlin.